Canadian extradited hitman suspect to stand trial in Bangkok for drug kingpin's murder in Phuket. Dupre was arrested by Canadian police in Alberta on February 21, 2022, only 18 days after the Friday night murder in Phuket on February 4, 2022. His suspected associate, Mr. Gene Karl Lahrkamp, died in a plane crash while on the run on April 30, 2022 in Ontario, Canada. The extradited Canadian suspect Matthew Dupre, accused of being one of two hitmen who murdered Indian drug kingpin Jimmy Sandhu in February last year, is to be tried in Bangkok and will not appear before a court in Phuket, where the late-night murder took place outside Sandhu's luxury villa on the resort island. This was confirmed last week by Phuket's police chief, General Surmphon Sirikong. A restrained Matthew Dupre, who flew into Thailand on May 28 under heavy guard, is being held in the custody of the Central Investigation Bureau, CIB, in the Thai capital Bangkok as he faces trial for the murder of 32-year-old Indian drug kingpin Jimmy Sandhu on February 4, 2022 in what police believe was a contract killing. Matthew Dupre, the former Canadian Elite Forces specialist who was extradited from Alberta in Canada to Thailand on Sunday the 28th of May, is to stand trial for the murder of 32-year-old Indian-born gangster Jimmy Sandhu in Phuket on February 4, 2022, in Bangkok. The killing is thought by authorities to have been a contract killing with its origins in Canada, from where Jimmy Sandhu was deported back to India in 2016 after becoming involved in gangland violence and feuds. Officials in Phuket, last week, made it clear that the extradited suspect and defendant before the courts would not be transferred to stand trial before the Phuket Provincial Court, which first issued an arrest warrant for him just days after the murder, which was subsequently the basis for his swift arrest by Canadian police in the province of Alberta on February 21, 2022. Second suspect died in a plane crash in Ontario on April 30, 2022 while on the run from Canadian police seeking his extradition to Thailand also. The other man that took part in what authorities believe was a contract killing was Canadian Gene Karl Lahrkamp, who died in a plane crash on April 30 last in Ontario, Canada, before his arrest following the extradition request from Thai authorities for both men. He was killed while on the run with other criminal elements. The reason given by Thai officials for the trial being held in Bangkok is that the case is related to international organized crime. Suspected Canadian hired killer extradited back to Thailand to face trial for premeditated murder. Phuket murder hit suspect dies in Canadian plane crash days after being declared most wanted by police. On Sunday night, May 28, after his return to Bangkok aboard a special A340 flight with an armed tactical police unit aboard and a Royal Thai Air Force crew of 30 people, it was reported that the defendant was being transferred into the custody of the Central Investigation Bureau, CIB. Phuket Police Chief says that this is because the case is one linked to international organized crime. Last week, Police Major General Surmphon Sirikong, the Phuket Police Chief, speaking with the Phuket News, explained the position. He is being held in prison in Bangkok, Major General Sirikong disclosed. This case happened in Phuket but involves transnational organized crime. Phuket had the arrest warrant issued, but then we transferred the case to the Central Investigation Bureau, CIB. It is understood that this is because the extradition of the suspect was handled by the Office of the Attorney General, OAG, which works closely with the Central Investigation Bureau, CIB, on such cases. Phuket officers may be called as witnesses. The CIB then requested a red notice and then through the Office of the Attorney General had him extradited from Canada, said Major General Surmphon. He will be prosecuted in Bangkok. Now, the CIB is processing everything. The senior police officer said he is not sure yet if officers involved in the highly successful investigation by the Royal Thai Police last year will travel to Bangkok to testify at the trial of the accused who, it is understood, is facing trial for premeditated murder which carries the death penalty in Thailand. I am not sure yet if Phuket officials will have to get involved in the court at some stage, as we were involved in the case from the beginning, the commanding officer in Phuket explained.